when the real enemy isn't who you think. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, wherever you are watching from today, I want to speak to you about a truth that will change the way you see people, the way you handle conflict, and the way you fight your battles. A truth that will save your relationships, protect your peace, and elevate your spiritual maturity. Paul says in Ephesians chapter 6 verse 12, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood." Now listen carefully. Paul is not giving us poetry, he is giving us revelation. He is telling us that the real enemy is never the human being standing in front of you. The real enemy is never the person who offended you. The real enemy is never the one who betrayed you, lied about you, or wounded you. He says, "We wrestle against principalities, powers, rulers of darkness, spiritual wickedness in high places." In other words, people are not your enemy. The evil spirits influencing situations are. This is why Jesus could look at the men who nailed him to the cross and still say, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." He wasn't excusing their behavior, he was identifying the real enemy behind their behavior. You see, the kingdom of God operates on understanding. The kingdom of darkness operates on deception. The enemy's greatest weapon is not power, it is ignorance. If he can keep you ignorant of who the real enemy is, he can keep you fighting the wrong battles. Most of the pain you experience in life does not come from demons attacking you directly. It comes from demons influencing people around you, and if you don't understand this, you will spend your life fighting humans while the real enemy stands in the background untouched. Think about your own life. A spouse speaks in anger. A friend betrays your trust. A co-worker sabotages your progress. A parent wounds you with words. A sibling misunderstands your heart. Your emotions say fight them. Your pride says get even. Your flesh says show them who you are. But the Spirit of God says stop. Look deeper. This is not flesh and blood. The enemy wants you to fight people so he can destroy relationships, families, communities, and destinies. He wants you to waste your strength on humans instead of resisting him. Let me tell you something the enemy hopes you never discover. The moment you stop fighting people and start fighting spiritually, you become unstoppable. This is why Jesus said, "Pray for those who persecute you, not because they are right, but because they are not the real enemy." When you pray for people, you break the influence of the Spirit working through them. When you forgive people, you shut the door the enemy was using. When you respond with love, you disarm the kingdom of darkness. Paul gives us the weapons of a Spirit-led life in Galatians chapter 5. He calls them the fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. These are not emotions. These are not personality traits. These are weapons. Love is a weapon. Peace is a weapon. Patience is a weapon. Self-control is a weapon. The enemy cannot operate where the fruit of the Spirit is active. He cannot manipulate a heart that refuses to hate. He cannot influence a mind that refuses to assume the worst. He cannot enter a life that chooses forgiveness quickly. Let me give you some practical kingdom principles you can apply today. Stop thinking negatively about people. Stop bottling every harsh word spoken against you. Learn to let go quickly. Learn to forgive immediately and instantly. Learn to be kind and merciful, even when it's not deserved. Learn to emulate Jesus at all times. This is how you stay in control. This is how you refuse to be manipulated by the enemy. This is how you walk in victory. Look at the scriptures. Joseph refused to fight his brothers. He said, "You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good." He saw the spiritual picture. David refused to kill Saul, even when he had the chance. He understood that Saul's rage was spiritual, not personal. Jesus rebuked Peter, not Peter's heart, but the Spirit influencing his words. "Get behind me, Satan." Stephen prayed for his killers as he was being stoned. He saw beyond the human act. In every case, victory came not by fighting people, but by fighting spiritually. Let me close with this. The enemy's greatest strategy is to make you fight the wrong person. But the moment you choose prayer over retaliation, you step into victory. The moment you choose forgiveness over bitterness, you disarm the enemy. The moment you choose the fruit of the Spirit over the works of the flesh, you win battles the enemy hoped you'd never even recognize. Your real enemy is not the person. Your real enemy is the evil spirit influencing the situation. Fight the right battle, and you will win every time.